as because you talked about carbon-based bodies, and as I understand, is that as we are moving into light bodies, we will be crystalline DNA, and it will be 12-strand DNA. So, what are the predictions from Akashic records? When is it that we are going to achieve that? That completely anchoring in that love, harmony, wisdom, peace, abundance, and freedom on this. What I understand from timeline, from Earth timeline, linear timeline perspective, is 2025 to 2032 that is going to happen, and those souls who have chosen to ascend will achieve those light bodies. And then there are speculations that if this doesn't happen, then the aliens will evacuate the ascended masters or light beings, because some of my guests told me that they may evacuate you, and kind of. So that was a little bit shocking for me. But this is, I have had guests who are Arcturians, or who are from other, who are in touch with aliens and extraterrestrial beings. So there is a disclosure that is expected in 2026. And so there are so many different predictions in terms of how we are going to become light beings, and whether entirely we will have the 5D anchored in the earth, in this earth, in this form right now, in this timeline. Again, there are different timelines, or because of the disclosure, we are going to have something else. So from Akashic perspective, can you just tune in and discuss about that?
Yes. The Akashic realm's not so good with linear time, as we know. They're very much
Yeah.
about the bigger picture. It's such a beautiful question, because the heart behind that question is, are we going to be okay? And are we going to be able to make it? Are we going to be able to test our limits? And is this going to overtake us or not? And I think this is a question that a lot of people very understandably have, including myself. And so I what I get when I'm in the records is that the ascension path is for everyone, no matter where they're at. And as humans in our human selves, we can't fully understand what it means to be something that is outside of where we are now. So if I'm carbon based, I can conceptualize crystalline based, and then but I can't know what that is. I can do practices, and here's where, like in my book, A Higher Perspective, I Knew the Greatest Story Ever Told, we can look back and look deep within to our divine remembrance of who we are. Like you said, the light coming in that is beyond karma. As we do that, we are surrounded within this light field within ourselves. We anchor that light. So now this is guidance coming from the records. They've gone away from the explanation more into guidance, but they want us to take that light that we anchor and can tap deeply into inside of ourselves. And they're calling my attention to this beautiful physician, Dr. Zach Bush, and how he describes that in the nucleus of every cell, I think I'm paraphrasing, but in the nucleus of every cell is light, is a spark of light, and that actually the light that is emitted from our bodies is in some way stronger than the sun. Like, we are literally emitting the strongest, most powerful light imaginable. When we can learn to deeply tap into that, and anyone who's done some deeper meditation may have felt their bodies dissolving a little bit. This is the anchoring of the light body piece by piece. It's a process. And so the more we can anchor our light into the light of the core of the earth, which is a hot molten iron core. I see it as a sun. I see it as a sun in the center of the earth. We have our galactic center, or sun as I see it. And then we have our solar sun, our own sun above us. And then we have the sun in our solar plexus. Like, we are literally on a grid of light. And as we anchor into that, and we position this light within us within the context of the greater light above us, this is This is the transmutation process. It's the alchemy. This is the movement towards the light body. And so we can't say that this is going to happen for, someone who's never even thought about this whole process, or not to say that you need to know stuff to do stuff. Things happen when we're karmically ready for ascension to happen. But they're saying in linear time, they're calling my attention to, the World Economic Forum's plan for 2030, like 15-minute cities and system, whatever their issue. This to me is the real world 3D kind of choice point. Like we're gearing up to, same as transhumanism, all of these things. We're gearing up towards what choices are we going to make by this very explicitly set out agenda. You can find it on any website. What choices are we going to make to either be in line with that, or to find our heart alignment, and to wonder about another way of being? And so in linear time, it feels to me like all this disorientation is leading to a deeper anchoring of more of the, we can call it the separation, but more of the breaking off into the more like-minded consciousnesses. But we're still going to have an awareness of the side. So the guides are saying between now, roughly, this can go on, they're just saying as a guideline, between now and 230-ish, these next few years, more intensively, in the next year in 2027, we have this opportunity, they're saying, and this is making me very emotional, but to truly tap into not only the choices we can make, but to truly tap into what our hearts want for us, and how to truly align with heart, and to work with the polarities that we're experiencing because we're human is the path into that transcendence. So we might be able to meditate and be in our light bodies, yes, and so we're still going back and forth. And most of us on this path, we still need to be going back and forth. So we still need, the guides are saying now, we still need to learn certain lessons. Like maybe we know that we respect the earth and revere Gaia, and spend time in nature, but do we really do it as much as we know we should be or can be? So the next few years feel like where we very intentionally visualize and take the action steps to create the world we want to be in very simple terms. And manifestation can be instant. We just visualize the feeling of what it's like, and then it comes. But it also, we bring ourselves there with that future thinking, with that anchoring. So while we're still in polarity, the guides are saying it's very purposeful. It's because we still need it. We still need to look at what does not align to further help us understand what is in alignment. And it is going to become increasingly polarized, so that and it is going to be a little messy, and we know this, so that we can become even more convicted in our certainty of how we want to be and who we want to be in this world. If that answers the question. There's a lot we can say, but
Oh, yeah, definitely.